everybody, this is Pony again from Vantage Robotics, and I'm going to walk you through setting up your tray system for indoor flight. So big shout out to Ruby and Cherry at the Syscreation team out of Taiwan for recommending this video. While I'm powering up the system, there are a few things you need to consider. If you order prop guards, definitely use them. And 2, start off in a larger open space with little obstacles. And 3, conduct your initial flights by keeping visual of the drone and following it so you can get accustomed to how Trace negotiates hallways, doorways, and other openings with the collision prevention enabled. So definitely recommend doing a few flights like this before attempting first-person view where you do not see the drone and you are maneuvering through an indoor space. Now that I have the drone connected to the controller and streaming video, I'm going to go into my vehicle setup menu and bring up the safety settings. Next, I'm going to enable collision prevention from the drop-down menu, and I'm going to slide the distance button all the way to the left to 1 foot. I'm going to pause here for a moment and explain how Trace accomplishes collision prevention. Collision prevention is achieved through time-of-flight sensors. On each time-of-flight sensor, a laser rapidly emits and bounces off objects and returns back to the sensor and reports distance. For our example, we set the distance to 1 foot, which means the drone will keep a foot away from all objects around it at all times. 2 time-of-flight sensors are located on the front of the airframe, one on the right, one on the left, one on the rear, and one at the top. All right, and then as far as collision prevention from the bottom, that is done through the laser altimeter on the bottom. Going back to this video, I'm just going to do a really quick demonstration on how to take off when you're indoors. I'm going to tap the button to the right of the power button. That is the button to arm. So I'm going to tap it. The props will spin. And then next, I'm going to apply just a feather that left stick and throttle up to control the altitude of the drone as it takes off. I want to further break down what I'm doing before I tap the arm button. So I'm going to hold still, wait for my vertical and horizontal velocity to be at 0 or below 0.3. Then I'm going to tap the arm button. And then I apply that throttle, and then I'm going to take off. All right, to demonstrate the spherical collision prevention, I'm going to use the controller and approach each side, and you can see Trace pushing away from the controller to avoid making contact with the back of the controller. Alright, so I'm going to check all sides, even the top. I'm going to do this a few times just so you can see how Trace is avoiding a topside collision. And then, of course, on the bottom is a laser altimeter acting as another time-of-flight sensor on the bottom. Alright, and I'm just going to check it one more time. Collision prevention is good to go. Another helpful feature is to enable screen grid. So go into the camera console and go to the settings and then turn it on. And then your field of view is gridded off so you can center up on openings such as doorways and windows. All right, from here it's just a matter of practice to get really proficient with indoor flying. As I stated earlier, follow the drone around for the first few flights before you go completely heads down. The biggest pieces of advice I have for indoor flying is 1, practice frequently. 2, fly the drone between waist and chest high and with the gimbal looking forward at 0 degrees. So imagine the drone is you walking through the building. Number 3, avoid pitching the gimbal up or down too much because pitching the gimbal up and down, at times, and then forgetting to put it at level horizon could get you mixed up as far as like how high the drone is actually, which could lead to a crash by the ceiling or the ground sucking you in. Number four, do your best to stay away from wall ceilings and the ground surface. Again, so imagine vertically and horizontally flying center mass of that space. And then finally, number five, the most important, do not linger around openings such as doorways and windows. So the rule of thumb is square up on the opening and then fully commit and push through the opening, and don't linger or don't hover or yaw or dilly dally until you are past that opening, because those door frames or window frames will tend to suck you in. So that pretty much sums up indoor flying with Trace. So thank you for tuning in. Hope this helps you. See ya.